Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Jainam Gurave Namaha Om Karoti Vachanam Yatkirpatadham Bande Sri Guru Dintaranam Paramananda Madhvam Sri Chaitanya Ishwar Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pacharine Vishesha Shunyavadi Prasad Satarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Saraswati Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Sankirtan ki jai Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai ISKCON founder Acharya Hari Javanga Sahib Prabhupada ki jai Anant Koti Vaishnavin ki jai Shambhal Bhaktavind ki jai Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. So I see many devotees are not here today. I don't know why, but we can at least finish this chapter. In fact, if somebody is missing, I don't know if they will receive. This is a certification course. So if the devotees are missing, for sure they will have to suffer. Okay. So we talked about Guru Tattva and types of Guru. So let's quickly go through what did we talk about Guru Tattva. So just kind of refresh your memory that Guru is offered first respectful prayer, and we say Bande Gurun Isha Bhaktan. Guru is a plural number. It includes many guru, but they are one tattva. Guru Krishna Rupa Haya Shastra Pramane Guru Rupa Krishna Kripa Kare Bhakti Gane. So Guru is basically manifestation of Krishna, and that is the evidence that we receive from Shastra. So I'm just going to go through quickly, and Guru is none different than Krishna himself. Acharya Mama Vijani, Krishna says in Bhagavatam that when you see my bona fide representative, you see me in them. And picture, beautiful picture here, disciples touching and washing the feet of His Divine Srila Prabhupada. So we have to see our spiritual master as manifestation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we talked about all of these slides. I'm just gonna go through it quickly and talk about. Why it's not moving? Okay, types of guru. So what are the types of guru? Can anybody tell what are those gurus?
Diksha Guru and Diksha Guru.
Yeah, Diksha Guru and
Diksha Guru.
what was the difference? How many Diksha Guru we can have?
We have one Diksha Guru and we have many Siksha Guru.
Many Siksha Guru. So there is another term that is often used. It's called Path Pradarsika person or Path Pradarsika, the one who is showing the path. So sometimes a person who has shown you the path towards Krishna, you can accept him as your Siksha Guru, or you can accept him as a person who has shown you the path, Path Pradarsika. But the type of Guru that we are seeing here is Diksha Guru and Siksha Guru. So let's move to next slide. Can anybody read this slide?
The Guru first initiates one with the Mahamantra is to be known as an initiator, and the saints who give instructions for progressive advancement in Krishna consciousness all called instructing spiritual masters. The initiating and instructing spiritual masters are equal and identical manifestation of Krishna, although they have different dealings.
So does it say that Siksha Guru is not important or is lesser than Diksha Guru? Does it say here? What does it say? The highlight
It
part.
doesn't, it doesn't say anything. I think it says that they are equal important. Equally important.
Yes, they are equally important. So initiating and instructing spiritual masters are equal and identical manifestations of Krishna, although they have different dealings. So a spiritual life, devotional service is all about, your perception, how you are perceiving. And our perception should be aligned with the teachings of Shastra. So it says that both Diksha and Siksha Guru are equal, and both of them are manifestations of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, we'll continue reading.
The connection with the spiritual master is called initiation. From the date of initiation by the spiritual master, the connection between Krishna and the person cultivating Krishna consciousness is established. Without initiation by a bona fide spiritual master, the actual connection with Krishna consciousness is never performed.
Yeah, so very clearly, sometimes you would see that people stays in movement years and years, and they are very hesitant. They think, oh, all of this can apply with somebody who I know, and I see fault in the person. How the person can be manifestation of Krishna? But what we are seeing here, that they are part and parcel, they are expansion of Krishna. And unless and until one is not initiated, they cannot get connected with the parampara. Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru, two things were common. They give instruction and they connect with disciplic succession. So, without initiation by a bona fide spiritual master, the actual connection with Krishna consciousness is never performed. Okay, so please, be prepared and get initiated. You have all of you have been long with the movement. I at least Bhaskar Prabhu I know when I came here he was very serious and in the same way. So it's my request, Bhaskar Prabhu, now time has come and you should get initiated. Like all of you, please, it's very important because that's how we establish our connection with Supreme Personality of Godhead. Shiksha Guru Brinda Kripa Koriya Par Sadhake Sikhana Sadhanera Angashan. So let's read the translation, then I'll give some explanation. Can somebody read it, please?
Yes, Prabhu, I will read. I consider the numerous instructing spiritual masters, Siksha Gurus, to be very important, for they show unlimitedly more mercy by training the neophyte devotees in all the essential aspect of practical devotional service.
This is very important. If we really, and that's why this course was made mandatory before we get the initiation. It says that there are numerous Siksha Guru and they are very important. Why? Because they train. What they train about? All the essential aspects and practical aspect of devotional service. In Kali Yuga, it's very difficult, it's very difficult to uh, receive the instruction from somebody, because it's our mind that we always see issue in the personality. But but we have to know that the person who are considered our Siksha Guru, he or she is critically giving us the all essential aspects of devotional service. And there could be multiple Siksha Guru. So we should, I don't know if you all have Siksha Guru or not, but Diksha Guru is important. Sometimes you can get guidance from your Diksha Guru, but also at the same time, you should try to think and consider somebody as your Siksha Guru also. And what would happen is that if you are aware with this Tattva, then Whenever you have some doubt, you have some confusion, you are not clear about certain thing, you reach out to that person, or you reach out to your spiritual master and ask, my dear Guru Maharaj, or if you have Siksha Guru, then you can say, Mataji, Prabhuji, I have such and such doubt. And when they say something, you just take it as an instruction, and don't contemplate, don't think that, how I should follow, or should I follow or not follow. Your perfection is just by following that instruction, because you have established that relationship. And when that person is telling you something, that is at that moment something that reveal to that person, and that person is telling you. And multiple time you'll find that if you'll follow it, you'll be saved. I can give you thousands of the example that somebody who I consider as my Siksha Guru, when that person tells that Ramacharya, you have to do like this, all I do is that follow it. Because what that does is that both Diksha and Siksha Guru, they will connect you through the parampara. So the instruction that's coming to you, that's coming through the parampara. So here we are going to see what are some of the personality who falls into our parampara. You see here this picture. So from Krishna to Mahaprabhu, and then from Mahaprabhu, six Goswamis: Raghunath Das Goswami, Krishna Das Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baldev Vidyabhushan, then Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Gaur Kishore, Bhakti Santa Saraswati, and Bhakti Vedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada, then our spiritual master, and then tomorrow one of you will be the spiritual master. So this is a beautiful picture here that shows that how the mercy comes. The mercy that we receive through disciplic succession is coming from Lord Himself. Another picture here. If you go in our temple, you'll see on the altar we have these pictures. So in the very beginning, we have Jagannath Das Baba Maharaj, then Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das Baba Maharaj, Bhakti Santa Swami Maharaj, and his divine guest, Srila Prabhupada. So these are our immediate acharyas. Most of the spiritual master that are present now are disciple of his divine guest, Srila Prabhupada. So how does it work? You see this picture here. So there are two line of disciplic succession. So in one line, one spiritual master has two disciples, and that two disciple has four disciple, and that four has now eight disciples. So likewise, just a kind of chain that continues. Other spiritual master, they have also their line of succession. So what it's showing here is that you can have, so this is basically the dotted line that you are seeing here is the line for Diksha Guru. But you can have Siksha Guru from another line. That's what this is showing. So if you are falling into this first line, then a devotee from this group, he can aspire another devotee as their Siksha Guru. And you would hear many times that I am disciple of His Holiness Adhanath Swami Maharaj, but I also get inspired by some of the other Maharajis. And then if I'm very inspired, I'm always hearing their class, I can accept that person as my Siksha Guru. Or I can even consider his disciple as my Siksha Guru. Or I can even consider my God brother. When Bhagavatam, Prabhupada is writing that senior God brother we should see as a spiritual master. Okay. So when we have don't necessarily see somebody as a person. Okay. Whoever are senior, they should be seen as our spiritual master. That's what the mood is. So, so what I'm trying to show here is that you can have Siksha Guru from another lineage, and that is acceptable. But Diksha Guru is basically one line. But Siksha Guru can mix up. Is it clear? Is it clear? And here are some pictures. This is how the line of disciplic succession goes down. So you can see six Goswamis and then other Goswamis at that time. Not six Goswami, but Panch Tattva. Here on top we have the Panch Tattva, and then here we have six Goswamis, and then other Goswamis at that time. So it's basically goes uh, down. So we have to read few slides and then we'll do some homework. So who'd like to read this one? Bhaskar Prabhu, can you read?
Yeah, I can read. So, can you hear me?
Yeah.
The Guru is one. The Guru is one because he comes in disciplic succession. What Vyasadeva and Krishna taught 5000 years ago is also being taught now. There is no difference between the two instructions. Although hundreds and thousands of acharyas have come and gone, the message is one. The real Guru cannot be two, for the real Guru does not speak differently from his predecessors.
See here, it's very clearly. So when the person, I think you might have heard it. I was talking about that this morning also. So when a devotee is advanced in their Krishna consciousness, then that devotee does not have a separate desire. His desire is fully aligned with the desire of Supreme Personality of Godhead. And if that's true, then everybody else before him has the same thing or have done the same thing. Their desires are also aligned with the desire of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in that way, it's coming from one generation to next, to next, to next, and all it's basically carrying is the same mood and same mission, right? And in that way, it's non-different. We are getting the same message that's coming from one spiritual master to next, to next, to next. Continue reading, please.
The Guru Parampara system, Ivam Parampara Praptam. The supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession. Bhagavad Gita as it is 4.2.
Yeah. So Krishna in fourth chapter, when he is giving the transcendental knowledge to Arjun, he's saying that I had already spoken this to Sun God, and at due course of time, that disciplic chain has broken. Evam parampara praptam evam rajarishebhyo shakalena mahata yogo nashta parantapa. So yogo nashta parantapaha. This disciplic chain sakalena mahata with due course of time has broken, and that's why I have come and I'm giving this knowledge. So what basically the point we are trying to make is that when we are connected to a disciplic succession, in fact, we are all the way back connected with Krishna. So you taking a diksha is not basically just limited to your spiritual master, but if the spiritual master is falling into a succession, then that carries all the way back to Krishna. Please continue. Okay, we'll do this one. This is exercise. So I'll skip this one. We'll come back to this slide later. Okay, can somebody continue reading?
I can read.
Yes, please read Mataji's.
Initiation by a bona fide spiritual master. The connection with the spiritual master is called initiation. From the date of initiation by the spiritual master, the connection between Krishna and a person cultivating Krishna consciousness is established. Without initiation by a bona fide spiritual master, the actual connection with Krishna consciousness is never performed. Nectar of devotion. We cannot jump over to Krishna. That is another nonsense. We must approach Krishna through Guru. That is Parampara system. Krishna is not so cheap thing that you can jump over. Somebody says, "Oh, why shall I accept spiritual? Why shall I accept a guru? I can approach Krishna directly." No, Krishna does not accept such mad bhakta puja puja
Adhikar.
bhya.
So Mad Bhakta Pujave Adhikar. Krishna says that my devotees are worth worshipping. A very important point, that that is highlighted here is that uh, many people, many people, I have, when I'm sure all of you are preaching, many people they think that I directly can approach Krishna and I don't have to take initiation. I don't want to give you the name, but I know many people. I can just tell you one story. I was doing home program at one of the devotees' house, and we had a guest. Mataji was little senior personality, and we were talking, Bhagavad Gita. I think it was fourth chapter, and she said that, oh, I consider Krishna as my child, and I take care of him as my son. She said, and she said, I never forget, and I always, worship him as my son. Then I started asking, and I asked Mataji, so which, you know, uh, line of succession you belong to? What is your, parampara? Which system you are from? She said, I don't believe in that. This is a real story. I don't believe in that. I directly, worship Krishna, and I consider Krishna as my child, as my baby. So there are many people, who you can find. They will say that, oh, I consider Krishna as, there are people in Brindavan even. They get married with the deity of Krishna, but they are not basically officially part of any sampradaya. But they say that Krishna is my husband, or Krishna is my child, or Krishna is, so they just try to imitate Madhurya Ras, Vatsalya Ras, Shakya Ras, or even Dasa Ras without connecting with the sampradaya. So it's very, very important. And as Prabhupada is saying this, that unless and until you are not part of a sampradaya, your worship of Supreme Personality of Godhead is not important. It's nonsense. It's another nonsense, Prabhupada said. I'm not saying it's here. We cannot jump over to Krishna. It's another nonsense. I'm not saying it. That's why these slides are presented here. So we have to basically take shelter of the spiritual master. Why? Mad Bhaktya Puja Adhikar. My devotees are worshipping, worth worshipping. So please try to develop the sight to see the devotional quality of a person, not see, you know, the person as the person is, because that's what Krishna says. Clearly says, Mad Bhaktya Puja Adhikar. My devotees are worth worshipping. Okay, so we can continue this and then we can go back to the exercise. Please continue reading.
Krishna says that first of all, you become devotee of my devotee. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Gopi Bhartu Pada Kamalayor, Dasanu Dasanu Dasu. I am the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna.
So this is the instruction. Prabhupada gave this lecture on Bhagavad Gita too in London. Krishna says that first of all you become devotee of my devotee. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Gopi Bharta Padakam Layor Das Das and Das. So we have to become devotee, our devotee. Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Maharaj multiple time in his personal dealing said that that worship the devotee of the Lord. And that's basically Utmadhikari symptoms. Person who is Utmadhikari, that in them that quality will be manifested. If we are not there, that means we are lagging the quality of the Utmadhikari. Okay, so what we'll do is that there is exercise here that we have to do. And how many devotees we have today? Okay, seven, six. So we can just have a group of three and three. So who would like to read this one? Please read from top to bottom and let me know if it's clear to you or not.
The Guru Parampara system, read relevant quotes given in SHB 15,
So
discuss
SHB is a student handbook. A student handbook.
student handbook,
Yeah,
page
page
number
number
15.
15.
So
Okay.
discuss why do we have to accept living Diksha Gurus? What are the benefits of accepting living Diksha Gurus? Write comments in the relevant box during your discussion. Student handbook, page number 14. Select a representative from your group to present your result to the rest of the class.
So what we'll do is that we'll have a two group, three of three, and then I'll post this message in your room and please discuss these three items, two items in fact, and then write in the box that's given in page number 14. Why do we have to accept the living Diksha Guru and what are the benefits? Because Ritvik, right, there is a Ritvik school of theology and they say that after departure of His Divine Grace Prabhupada, there is nobody qualified to be accepted as a spiritual master. And they accept Srila Prabhupada as a spiritual master, and everybody is initiated by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Right? So, how, as a devotee, aspiring devotee, who are going to be initiated, you can refute that Ritvik theory? So, that was the basically main concept for this session. So, once you have once you have few lines, few thoughts on these two subjects, then maybe you can write in a PowerPoint or you can just make notes and present to the group. And as we are doing the presentation, we'll go through our list and try to make sure uh, that we have all the points. If anything is missing that you don't have, that is being presented by other group, please make note of that. So it's been some time. Let me see how can I create a group. Need to stop sharing. There is some issue here. Okay, so what we can do, we'll just form a group here and yeah, it's a little bit challenging here. Just 1 minute, please. I'll try to see if I can create a group. It's not letting me do it. I think my license is not expired yet. It's not giving me full feature. Okay, so we'll just form the group here. How many devotees we have here? Bhaskar Prabhu, you seems to be
Yeah,
logging.
I mean like phone and computer, so just one.
So he could be in both groups, Prabhu.
Yeah,
Or
I
you
can
wanna
do
work
that.
together? I think we have only
Yeah, I think we'll
you
work
want to
together.
form it. So all of you wanna work together?
Yeah, that should be good.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
yeah, only 5 devotees. So let's work together. So work try to just talk to each other, not a problem. You can talk and make a note, and then at the end of so how long we have? It's 2 or 4. Let's take 15 minutes. A little bit more than 15 minutes. So at 2:20 we can share the list. Okay, let's start.
so. I think we can work on our own and then present. Or
You want to take 5 minutes, come up with your own list, and then
okay,
talk to group, and then compile everything. That should be also fine, Prabhuji.
okay.
Can you show that screen, the question?
Hello?